Dog trainer Thomas held his breath as 14 German shepherds gathered around the little girl who often helped him with daily chores. But when she lifted her hands, the dogs reacted in a way that completely stunned him. Thomas was a regular guy from the countryside, and everyone in town knew how much he loved animals, especially German shepherds. He'd always admired how smart, loyal, and noble these dogs were. German shepherds originally came from Germany and are known for being strong, working dogs. Some folks think they're aggressive because they can be tough when defending someone, but others believe that with the right training, they're just as playful and loving as any other dog. Thomas definitely agreed with the second group. When he was growing up, Thomas had a German shepherd named Max. That dog wasn't just a pet. Max was his best buddy. Loyal, protective, and always by his side, Max made a big impression on Thomas. So when people talked about German shepherds like they were dangerous, it really bothered him. That's why he made it his mission to change how people viewed the breed. One day, he came across a nearby rescue group that focused on German shepherds. They were having trouble finding someone to take in a puppy that had been through a rough patch. The little dog had been abandoned and looked really down in its cage. Feeling for the pup, Thomas adopted him right away, and that's when his journey as a trainer really began. The puppy quickly became his loyal sidekick. No matter what Thomas was doing, the dog was right there with him. He spent time training the pup, helping him learn tasks and tricks that used his smarts and natural obedience. The more time they spent together, the stronger their bond became. That experience brought so much joy into Thomas's life that he decided to adopt even more German shepherds. One by one, his furry family grew. Each time a new dog came into his life, Thomas welcomed it with open arms. He poured his heart into building a place where the dogs could live happily, learn, and show what they were capable of. What used to be a quiet little spot soon turned into a lively haven for German shepherds and dog lovers alike. Over time, Thomas's pack grew to 14 amazing dogs. Each one had its own special personality and talents. There was Bella, always on alert and ready to protect. Then there was Luna, calm and gentle, the one who brought peace to the group. Zeus was full of energy and a natural when it came to agility training. Every dog had something that made them unique, and Thomas loved them all equally. But he wasn't the only one who cared about them. Next door lived a sweet couple with their cheerful daughter, Emily. She had a special bond with the dogs and loved spending time helping Thomas. Every afternoon, she'd head over and join him while he took care of them. When it was time to feed the dogs, Emily would jump right in, measuring out food and making sure each one got their share. She was always smiling, and the dogs clearly enjoyed having her around. They wagged their tails, licked her hands, and leaned into her with affection. Over time, she started doing more to help. She brushed their fur, kept their space clean, and even joined in on the training. It wasn't just about the dogs either. Emily and Thomas became close friends. They often ate meals together and swapped stories, laughing along the way. Even with all that trust, Thomas made sure Emily was never left alone with the dogs. They were well trained, but he wanted to be careful. Her parents were also protective and told her to keep some distance if an adult wasn't nearby. Emily understood, but her love for the dogs was strong. She respected the rules most of the time, but deep down she felt drawn to them. One sunny day, that pull became too strong to resist. While waiting for Thomas, who had gone inside to grab his camera, Emily decided not to wait. They were just about to check on the dogs together, but Thomas had suddenly thought it'd be nice to record them. So he asked her to wait for a minute while he ran inside. He had no idea what he was about to walk back into. After just a few minutes, Emily walked up to the dog's enclosure and began saying hello, just like she did every other day. She figured she could get a head start on the routine. Drawn in by the happy barking and playful sounds, Emily just couldn't help herself. Curiosity got the better of her. Her heart was beating fast, partly from excitement, partly from nerves. as she walked up to the big enclosure gate. Slowly, she pushed it open, and the sound of barking echoed around her. As soon as she stepped inside, all 14 dogs came running straight toward her. Emily, too young to fully understand the risk, kept moving forward like she always did. Their tails swished through the tall grass, making a rhythmic thumping sound as they got closer. One by one, the dogs surrounded her. Their soft fur brushed against her legs, and their wet noses gently poked her hands, hoping for the food she usually brought. But there was none today. Still, Emily smiled and soaked up the attention. Just then, Thomas walked out and saw what was happening. His heart nearly stopped. All he could see was a group of big, hungry dogs circling a little girl. Instinct kicked in. He had to protect her. But before he could move, she did something that stopped him in his tracks. With a playful spark in her eye, Emily grabbed a handful of grass and tossed it into the air. The dogs immediately perked up. Their eyes locked onto the grass, and they leapt after it like it was the most exciting thing they'd ever seen. Emily laughed and threw more grass, and the dogs responded each time with energy and joy, bouncing and jumping like pros. It turned into a little game, with each dog trying to outjump the others, all for a handful of flying grass. Thomas watched, stunned, then smiled. He realized what a beautiful moment he was witnessing and quickly pulled out his camera. Emily was now running and spinning, giggling as the dogs chased her around the space, their tongues hanging out happily. The sun was shining down, giving the whole scene a golden glow. It looked like something straight out of a picture book. Emily, standing in the middle of all those dogs, laughing and playing, was a moment worth remembering, and Thomas was glad he caught it. If there was ever a perfect way to show the world that German Shepherds aren't naturally aggressive, this was it. It all comes down to how they're trained and raised. After getting the okay from Emily's parents, Thomas shared the video online. He had no idea just how big it would become. The comments started pouring in almost immediately. Before long, the clip went viral, capturing hearts everywhere. People from all over the world were moved by the bond between a little girl and a pack of powerful but gentle dogs. Dog lovers, parents, and even people who just loved feel-good stories flooded the comments section. Emily's bravery and the dog's calm behavior left a lasting impression. The video got thousands of likes, shares, and heartfelt messages from people saying how much it meant to them. Thomas was proud. His dogs were finally getting the love and respect they deserved, all thanks to one fearless little girl and a playful moment caught on camera. From that day on, Emily was officially allowed to pet and feed the dogs on her own. Her connection with the German Shepherds only grew stronger. And that wraps up today's story. Have you ever let a child spend time with a pet on their own? What would you have thought if you saw little Emily in the middle of 14 German Shepherds? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.